These problems are basically the reverse of the other ones. Before we're looking at a function and we're saying what the transformations were. Here we're given the parent function and we're told that it's translated 4 units to the left. Now we need to write the new function. Well, it's translated 4 units to the left. Let's see, I have an f. Well, let's call it g of x. We want to use a different notation. That's one thing that's helpful with the function notation. So we have g of x. If I'm going 4 units to the left, well, that's going to be inside. It's going to be added or subtracted inside the function. Is in left or right movement, horizontal movements are inside the function. Well, if it's going 4 units to the left, we have to think opposite. We're going to add 4. And there's my new function. For the next one, we have the graph of f of x equals x squared is horizontally compressed by a factor of 1/4. Now remember, if it's horizontal, it's inside the function. So once again, we could use a different function. Why don't we use h of x this time? Well, if it's inside, I know that the whole thing is going to need to be squared. I have my x here, but what coefficient goes on the inside? Well, I have to think opposite. I need to flip it. I'm going to have 4x and all of that squared because I need to flip this one to get my factor. Here we have a couple examples where we have 2 transformations in the problem. And that gets a little bit trickier, but you can still do it the same way. Just keep calm. Okay, so if I have g of x and I know that it's vertically stretched by a factor of 2, and then last we have translated 1 unit to the right. And I'll try to color code those. It'll be helpful for us. If it's vertically stretched by a factor of 2, I know that 2 goes on the outside of the function and it's being multiplied by 2. Right? Stretch and compression is multiplication. Left, right, up, down, that's addition, subtraction. So then I know that if I'm going to be translating 1 unit to the right that's horizontal, I need some parentheses because it needs to be inside the part that's being squared. Okay, well, if it's translated to the right, I know it's addition or subtraction, so I'm going to have x. And then if it's to the right, I have to think opposite, so I'm going to be subtracting 1. And there's my new function. Let's check out this one down here. We'll have h of x this time. Switch it up. If the absolute value of x is translated 7 units down and 3 units to the right, okay. Well, if it's translated 7 units down, that's going to be on the outside, I'm going to be subtracting 7, and 3 units to the right, I have to think opposite, so I'm going to be subtracting 3 on the inside. Okay, let's write it out. Well, here translated 7 units down, and here we have 3 units to the right. Okay. Well, if it's 3 units to the right, that goes on the inside. I'm going to be subtracting 3. And it's 7 units down, I'm going to be subtracting 7 on the outside. And there's my new function.